What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. So, before we get into it, I know I haven't told you what this video is about, but please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Thank you very much. So, my entire dating experiences, lifespan, career, past, history, whatever you want to call it, I've always dealt with guys, whether it were relationships or just, situationships, whatever you want to call it. I've always dealt with guys that wanted me. They wanted me. And mind you, I wanted them too. But they wanted me. And that's where it stayed. They never valued me. How do I know the difference between, or how do I know that they didn't value me and they only wanted me? Was because it was always just a physical thing. For one, there was never any real conversations that were had. Nothing that would allow them to really get to know who I was as a person, who I am as a person. They would never inquire about, anything that I like to do outside of my free time. They never cared enough to know about my life. They wanted to know what I liked, in the bedroom. They would ask, what do you like to do for fun? But those are all like the basics, the stuff you asked back in 2002, when you got to know somebody in high school. So what do you like to do for fun? What's your favorite color? What kind of movies do you like? Stuff like that. Like, that's the only thing that they really cared to know. And even then, I don't even think they cared to know. I think they asked it because they felt like they were being, it was the courteous thing to do. To do when trying to get with a woman and trying to sleep with her, And honestly, I never really paid attention to the fact that they really, you're really not trying to get to know me. You're really not trying to figure out who I am, what kind of person I am. They always only scratched the surface. It never went in depth as far as, even caring what it was that I had, if I had any goals in life, what do I plan to do with myself? And the older I got, the more I started to realize, the men or the boys or the males, whatever, they want to be categorized as, they didn't give two fucks about me. Seriously, they didn't. And I can't just put it on them because I stayed around, I took part of it. And I really didn't ask, questions either. I didn't try to get to know them just like they didn't try to get to know me. However, I'm the type of person that I feel like if a man is into you, he should, initiate in a sense of getting to know me. Show that you are interested in getting to know me. Therefore, I can reciprocate that. Because if you're showing me that you have no interest in asking about me, about who I am, then my mind gets made up and we're only here for a good time. And that's how a lot of, my past dealings, my relationships, my situationships, whatever we like to call them, that's how a lot of them went. Then I met someone that, was completely different and showed me the difference between a man that wants you versus a man that values you. And a man that values you, he gets to know you as a person, for one. He wants to know, like, what makes you click. Like, what is it, what is it about you, everything that makes you you? They want to know these things. They want to invest in you. They want to make sure that you become a better person with them in your life. I know I said it wrong, but they want to pretty much they want to put you in a better position than where you're at. Whether you're in a good position or great position, they want to still put you in a better position than where you currently are. And a man that values you, they care. They care. Granted, the execution of showing that they care, sometimes can, use a little work, but they show you that, listen, I'm here with a purpose, I'm here with intention, and that intention is not because I just want you. They want you. Don't get it twisted. They want you still. But that's not what's getting them going. That's not what the intention is. That's not what's driving them. That's not what's motivating them when it comes to you. And, when I met this guy, the one that, in comparison to the others, as far as valuing me and wanting me, like when I met this guy, it was like extremely intimidating for me because of the questions, that he was asking. Like, like we talking about credit score, he's talking about like how much you make, like what are your goals, what are your plans, how are you working towards them? Okay, well, this is what we need to do for you, this, and for me it was just like, wait a minute, this is too much, I can't take it. But that was only because I was so used to, what's your favorite color? I was so used to those kind of questions versus somebody that is like, listen, I'm here because I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for someone that's going to have that same drive as me, someone that has the same morals as me, someone that has the same values as me. I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to waste your time. So for me, initially, I was like, whoa, I don't know. I think I need to go back to what I'm used to. I need to go back to men that want me. And I'm happy that I didn't do that because for myself, it definitely was something that I needed for myself. Because I was like, it was intimidating only because it put a mirror in front of me to show me what it is that, okay, this is what you are. However, you're not living up to that full potential. And the guys that I was used to, I wanted to go back to that comfort zone because it was like, girl, like, you got it all. Like, because they were only focused on the physical. For them, that's all that they were after was the physical. So, it's like, you look good. You look good to me. Like, we good. Versus the guy that values you is like, yeah, you look good. However, we need to do this, that, and the third. Let's get you here. Because I see so much better or so much more for you. But it only works if you see so much for yourself too, right? But yeah, so it just, I guess I kind of rambled on, but it's all good. Just being able to just notice the difference in men that wanted me versus men that valued me.